Welcome to the Silk Road. The Silk Road is the most known trade route of ancient Chinese civilizations. It is 7,000 miles long and has over 20 stops. Today we will bring you on the journey from Chang'an to Byzantium. This process will take many months, and many of the men and animals will not make it to Byzantium. We will cover the stops along the road and make some trades on the way. Our first stop is Chang'an.
During the Tang Dynasty on Chang'an, located in eastern China, was the largest city in the world, and also the capital of China. Bolts of plain white silk cloth were used as a kind of money. In this capital city, merchants get a caravan ready to go west and trade goods such as silk to people in western cities.
Our next stop is Dunhuang. The Buddhist religion came from India to China along the Silk Route around 100 AD. Dunhuang was an important trading center for centuries and soon grew into a religious center as well. Cave temples hold statues of Buddhas and had brightly painted walls. Buddhism was practiced here, and over the next few centuries it joined Confucianism and Taoism as one of the three major religions in China.
Next, the travelers had to traverse the forbidding desert of Taklamakan. Its name means if you go in, you won't come out, in Uyghur Turkish, a language in Central Asia. There are many dangers in the desert, such as running low on water and food, rough terrain, which made it challenging to move, and bandit attacks because there was no place to hide. Most travelers would turn around before they reach one of the driest deserts in the world, but some dare to enter it.
After the exhausting journey past the Taklamakan Desert, the travelers raced to the oasis city of Kashgar. Kashgar is famous for their fruit-like dates, melons, and grapes that are grown in the irrigated fields and vineyards. The Kashgar oasis is where both the northern and southern routes from the Taklamakan Desert converge. Many of the travelers would end their journey by trading silk for dried dates and raisins. They would have plenty of food for the ride home.
Next, the travelers go to the Pamirs. The Pamirs are a range of mountains in Central Asia. Here, the route winds through narrow valleys beside rivers. Camel drivers call this section of the Silk Road the Trail of Bones, because many men and animals will not make it through alive.
Travelers visit the capital of Uzbekistan, Tashkent, where they will trade bolts of silk for fine horses that they will take back to China. These horses are thought to be the strongest and toughest by Chinese military leaders. Most of the population practices Sunni Islam, but they're also Catholic, Protestants, and Jews.
After Tashkent, the travelers go through Transoxiana. Transoxiana has an extremely hot summer and a mild winter, with an average of 32 degrees Fahrenheit in January. It gets an average of 2 inches of rain a month, which will make the ground very hard and dry. Government does not own Transoxiana, and there are no trades there, but there are bandit attacks. The nomads who live there will attack whoever passes if they can get a chance. They will leave travelers dead or injured on this trail.
In the city of Herat, located in western Afghanistan, artisans produce fine metalwork, glassware, carpets, and other goods that can be sold for high profits in China. Traders from India are here too, to try to trade spices and brightly dyed Indian cloth. They practice Sufism, a religion in which they seek God in the heart of mankind.
Only a few Chinese caravans will make it this far, and will end their journey here at the capital of modern-day Iran. Here they walk through the crowded streets trying to get rid of the last of their silk, and get as much goods as possible. In Baghdad, they practice Islam, which is a religion that follows the code that is known as the 5 Pillars of Islam.
Arab merchants will bring bolts of silk from Baghdad to Damascus, which is located in Syria. In Damascus, the majority of the people are Sunni Muslims. Only the finest silk is made here, and most of the Chinese caravans turned around in Baghdad.
South of Damascus, located in southern Lebanon, is the port city of Tyre on the Mediterranean. Tyre is the 4th largest city in Lebanon. Here goods were loaded onto a ship to be transported west, where silk that was traded in Damascus will be led to Byzantium. With the gradual decline of power in Rome, power shifted eastward. Most people in Byzantium are Catholic, because as power shifted eastward, so did the traditions. The Byzantine Empire rules over Greece, western Turkey, the Balkan states, and parts of southern Italy and North Africa, but they found their power frequently challenged. Germans, Turks, Persians, and Arab Muslims challenged them. Byzantium resisted conquest until 1453, when it was overrun by the Turks. Most of the clothing in Byzantium was made from silk imported from Damascus. When the Silk Road had passed Byzantium, approximately 7,000 miles from Chang'an, they then continued to Rome, and there they would finally turn around and head home. We hope you learned a lot on this monumental voyage.